Hey, coin folk, welcome back. Got our 2 boxes of halves for the week. That's all we're gonna have. I've officially trimmed my orders for nicer time of the year, a little less time inside. So, not as many opportunities for some silver, but that's okay. I'm hoping my tripod stays vertical for the time being. I still haven't ordered a new one, but I got this one kind of stationary. So we're gonna move you guys around a little bit. Nothing there but circulate. So we got at least one box to hunt. And this one looking about the same. So let's jump in, see what we get. Well, we're through the first half of the box, and we got absolutely nothing but a bunch of rolls already wrapped up, ready to go to the second half. So let's go. Roll 29. We first got our first find here finally, but she's a little circulated, but it is a die clash on this 1983 Philly. The clash is pretty strong too, even after all that circulation. So it would have been cool to find this one beforehand, but you could see it all up in front of his face, down underneath the neck, under the bust line there. And it's there at the back of the neck, but it's kind of harder to see. Didn't really see a lot on the reverse. I'm not seeing anything really, but it's maybe a little bit right there. You can kind of see in between the wing and the arrow feathers. Or I always say arrow feathers. The arrow tips there. But we'll take it. It's something at least. We hadn't found nothing out of the box, so just wish it was in a little better condition, but it's a find. So maybe that'll get us heated up. So let's go find out. Next roll gives us our first NIFC of the box. Unfortunately, a little beat up. Got a little mark on the back there, a little ring of death on the front. But we hadn't even found one up to this point in the box, so like I said, maybe we're getting heated up here in the second half, so let's keep going. We'll find out. So just grabbed roll 35 out of the box here, and you can see kind of right in this area here that's kind of darker, which got me to looking at it, and it looks like it's like half rough and beat up, and you get around to this side and it's like got a little poked out a little bit right there. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's probably just a giant beat up coin, but figure why not open it up. Let's see what we're looking at. You'll have to give me a little patience here. This one-handed thing never seems to work out like you want it to, so but if I can at least get it started. Come on. Of course it doesn't even want to rip at the one end. And of course it's not tearing in there far enough so we can actually see the coin we're trying to look at. Oh Lord. Yeah, she just looks like a chewed up mess. What the heck somebody did to this poor thing? Look at that. What a disaster. People are so strange. But there we go. It was something to look at. So we looked at it. Let's go. Well, we just finished up box one here. The last roll gave us one more NIFC, 2007 out of Denver. This one at least is in decent shape. So that gave us a total of 2 NIFCs for the box. We had that one clash on the little rough and tumble 83. We had a total of 4 of these guys. And there's only 3 there because the other one's under the scope where we're going to look at it. There are 2023 Phillies. It's a little bit different, I think, than any of the other ones we found. It's got some doubling on kind of the underside of the ribbon here in all 3 spots. just a touch under a little on a beak there, and some down in the ribbon or the snake in his mouth. It looks to be like it's also doubled up a little bit on the top of the banner there, some in E pluribus. You can kind of see how it gets like real skinny right there. So it's kind of hard because it's got some marks in there as well, but I believe it's got a little bit of doubling up in that area as well. I don't think there's much going. A little bit on the stars up here as well, just a touch, but nothing that would I think get it listed. But it's at least something cool to look at. Oh, and also a little tiny bit over here on the wing. I guess not a tiny bit, but just not as drastic as some of the others we've seen over the past couple weeks. Maybe a little up there on the top of the wing as well. So kind of a cool find. But that's it out of this box. So we're gonna move on to the second and see what we can get. Let's go. Well, the first half of the second box was about as slow as the first half of the first box. We had 5 NIFCs, every single one of them, 2007 Philly. So I don't know if we're going to have a whole roll in this box or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. We did find one more of the DDRs that we looked at out of the first box. So this, I'm assuming, was packed up about the same time and had some of the same coins in each box. So just to have the same one across 2 different boxes is a little bit weird. So assuming that's what happened. So down to 25 rolls. That's going to be it for the week. Like I said, I know at least this last row and a couple in this top one. I guess we could just look. I think it was. Alright, so that doesn't have weight on it, so it must have been 6 rolls. Yeah, 6 rolls. So we're 226 or better. So we'll come back in for those live if nothing else. So let's keep on going. And I'll be back eventually. Out of roll 36 here, we get a very circulated proof. It's kind of hard to even see the mirror fields underneath there, but catch it at the right angle, they're there. And I guess you can kind of see it if I roll through the light. But it's a 1982 San Francisco proof. Clad, of course. They didn't make any silver this year, at least to my knowledge anyway. But we'll take it. It's the first proof we've had in a while. It might be, I don't know. I was going to say it might be our first proof of the year, but it might not be. I can't remember. I know it's been a minute, so we'll take it. Maybe some of these last few rolls will give up a little bit of silver. It seems like usually when I find proofs, I find some other stuff. So who knows? Let's jump back in, see what happens. Roll 37, we got a 82 Philly under the scope, but I guess it's under the camera. I had it under the scope, but because I was looking, hoping maybe, well, no FG, but when I flipped it over, actually found something cooler in my opinion. Down towards the bottom here, we got a fairly large area that looks like it was struck through something. I don't know what it would have been struck through. Right down here, from kind of the right in between the L and the A and the L over through the DO, $1. I'm guessing it almost looks like it has like a fabric look to it. I don't know what it would have been, but pretty cool looking though. I can't get closer without, let me see if I can zoom in. It doesn't look, it's kind of harder to see under the scope, but I don't know. It's a pretty cool looking strike through. Just figured I'd bring you in to share. If you got any thoughts on it, feel free to share them down in the comments and let me know what you think. But we're going to jump back in, get through these last few rolls, and see what we get. Very next roll, and we got another coin with a bit of a strike through on it. This one's a little more typical. You can kind of see on both edges really, over on this side, and then a little lighter on the over here by the T and the Y and the end of trust. Looks like it just had some grease on it, but shows up a little better. You can kind of see it a little more easily. So I figured I'd bring you in, share that, keep on going. At least we're finding some stuff in the second half of this box here. So let's jump back in, see what else it's got. Alright, so here we go. Last 6 rolls. Learning my lesson from last week. Not opening anything 226 or heavier off camera. Got 4 that was right at 226. These 2 that were just a couple over. I expect absolutely nothing out of these, but just so we don't miss anything live, I'm going to open them. I don't think any of them are heavy enough to actually have anything in them. If we get lucky, we might have a 40 or something, but nothing in that roll. Of course, I'll still go through all these, but just wanted to bring you in for the opening part anyway. And nothing there. Making a mess. Let me straighten that up before it falls all over. Come on. I don't know what they did with this paper, but now it opens all kind of goofy. That one's got a weird edge on it, but I don't think it's a 40. It's probably 71, maybe. 79, actually. It's a little dark on the edge, but not exactly the look we were looking for. One more of the 226s before we go do the ones that are a little heavier. And doesn't look like anything here either. Another one that's kind of dark on the edge, but 72. Alright, here we go. 2 heaviest ones. Nothing. One last shot. Gonna have to get used to this, I think. Going down to probably just 2 boxes a week for the rest of the summer, probably spring and summertime. Probably gonna be a lot more weeks where we just don't have nothing, but it is what it is. And nothing here either. Kind of as expected. So we're gonna run through these, check for errors, varieties, any of that kind of good stuff, and then I'll bring you back in for a little wrap up. I'll be back. Alright, so we wrapped up those rolls there. It wasn't anything too exciting there. But as we finished up the box, we had 3 more anti-FCs. 2 of them got a little ring of death on them, unfortunately. But those 2 added on to what we had. I think we had a total of 10 anti-FCs from the hunt. We had 5 of those DDRs that we were looking at on a 23. But our one less than stellar proof, but it's a proof. 83 with the die clash on it, and the bicentennial with a little bit of a grease strike on the front. And then probably my favorite of the box was this strike through here on the, I think it was 82. Yeah, 82 feather. It's kind of a cool looking strike through down there on the bottom. So that's it on the box. Don't know where we'll go next. I think maybe some dimes. I got a couple boxes sitting over in the corner that I might finally get to. We'll see. But thanks for stopping in, folks. Good luck on your hunts. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.